Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. I want you to know that I greatly appreciate you. You're important to me as a viewer, you're important to me as a subscriber, and as a fellow American. The Ignition Time channel is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. In this video, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions about the stimulus check, about the new $900 billion package where an agreement has been reached. But at the time that we are recording this video, they are actually having some technical glitches uploading the entire bill online. Yes, the United States of America working on a $2.4 trillion bill, which is larger than the GDP. The GDP meaning essentially a summary of all the transactions and all the money spent in several countries all over the world. One bill containing more money than several countries, all the citizens of several countries spend in many parts of the world spend in an entire year. They're having difficulty uploading that online because of a technical glitch, presumably with one file, and that has been reported, one file related to the education bill. Yes, that's what we have right now. So let's just jump right into what's in it for you as far as the stimulus check is concerned. So here's what we know, everybody. Individuals making up to $75,000 a year, individuals making up to $75,000 a year would receive a $600 payment, and a couple earning up to $150,000 a year would get $1,200, twice that amount. If they have dependent children, they would get $600 per child. It does appear at the time I'm recording this video that adult dependents are not going to be included. Adult dependents are not going to get the stimulus check. That's what it appears right now. Now, it appears that individuals above $75,000 would still receive a partial payment. There would be a phase out similar to what we saw in the CARES Act. But again, the full text of the bill is not available. And as soon as it is, I'll be sure to cover that and announce that on our channel. The second most important question that we get is, when is this money likely to arrive? Now, I did do another video on our channel today highlighting an interview that the US Secretary Steve Mnuchin did on CNBC. But the US Secretary Steve Mnuchin basically said that he expects the first payments to go out as early as next week and for individuals to start receiving money next week. But I want to be clear, it will take some time. It could take a few weeks or potentially longer for all the eligible individuals to be able to get their money. So when stimulus checks were approved earlier this year under the CARES Act, it took about 2 weeks for payments to begin landing by direct deposit, but people who received their payments by other methods often had to wait significantly longer. The third question we get is, will I get the money by direct deposit? The short answer to that question is yes. In fact, if the IRS has your direct deposit information, then you'll get the money even faster, because individuals whose direct deposit information is on file are scheduled to get the money first. Now, we've had a lot of viewers and subscribers say, hey, I never even got my first stimulus check payment. What happens now? So if you didn't get your first stimulus check payment or got only a part of it, then you can claim what's called as a recovery rebate credit. Yes, a recovery rebate credit when you file your 2020 tax return. So the Internal Revenue Service does have a link on their website where they explain the details of the recovery rebate credit. Now, what happens with individuals, what happens with children or older children who you claim as dependents? If they are 17 or older, if your dependents are 17 or older, that is the age. I've seen a lot of questions asking, what is that cutoff? Is it 17? Is it 18, 19? That age is 17. If your dependents are over the age of 17, they will not be eligible for a payment, and which essentially means you cannot collect one on their behalf under the provisions of the bill that we know of at the moment. Now, if you're a citizen and you're married to a non-citizen who uses an employer identification number instead of a social security number, keep in mind that under the provisions of the CARES Act earlier this year in the spring, that would mean that neither of you would have been eligible for benefits. But a democratic summary of this new bill that we got does suggest that, I quote, that it would expand these direct payments to mixed status households. Now, we don't know exactly what that means. We'll know when the text of the bill is actually released. So perhaps the biggest source of frustration with these stimulus checks is, why is it that adult dependents are excluded? Well, all I can tell you is that this is what they have come to an agreement on. Should adult dependent United citizens have been included? They probably should have, because, hey guys, somebody who is above the age of 17 needs to eat too, right? So, Guys, I'm a citizen journalist and a reporter. I'm the nerd that goes through all of this information for you. Don't blame the messenger. But I can tell you that based on the information that we have right now, it appears that the money should start going out as early as next week. It does appear that it's going to be $600 per person, $75,000 per individual filer, and then for couples, it's going to be twice that amount. Now, unfortunately, like I said, adult dependents are excluded. But what you can do right now is make sure that the IRS has your direct deposit information on file so that the money starts arriving next week, because we I know there are many of our viewers and subscribers who need to put food on the table, who need to pay rent, who need to keep the lights on, and that is the challenge with this entire situation. Individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality have been completely left behind as a result of this horrific pandemic. So hopefully this information was valuable to you. Now, I have seen a tweet from Josh Hawley, the Republican senator from Missouri, that you'll see on your screen right now. That does seem a little bit alarming. But let's not panic just yet. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see the legislative text. By the way, they're having difficulties uploading that legislative text online because, millions of people want to read it. But Josh Hawley said that the negotiators are saying they could only find enough money for $600 per person relief checks for working people. This would mean, based on what Josh Hawley is saying, that individuals who are not working would not get the $600 stimulus checks. This would be absolutely catastrophic. Let's hope this is not the case. I would be shocked if that is the case. But again, this is a tweet from Josh Hawley. And he said, mark my words, there will be hundreds of billions spent on special interests, banks, and the government. So, gosh, guys, that is the information that we have right now based on the latest status of the stimulus check. Who gets it? When we are likely to get it, what the thresholds are, and who is included, who is excluded, including mixed status families, which is what the Democrats said. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of what Josh Hawley, the Republican senator from Missouri, said. Now, keep in mind, Josh Hawley, along with Bernie Sanders from Vermont, have championed the cause for the $1,200 stimulus checks, and we're at $600 right now. We are waiting for the text of the legislation to be released, but let me know what you think about this information in the comment section below. You'll also find a link to all of our resources in the description section below. I'm hoping that we find out soon so I can give you the specifics, but I have given you the information that we have right now with answers to the most commonly asked questions. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. So please make sure you click like, you subscribe, you enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. Ignite the subscribe button, ignite that notification button, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. I would really appreciate it if you take the time to do that. Now, keep in mind, the Ignition Time channel is about important matters pertaining to the country, important matters that in turn affect the economy, and by extension, matters that affect your money. We focus on the country, the economy, and the money. For me, it's not important whether you're pro-Trump or anti-Trump, you're pro-Biden or anti-Biden. For me, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. We are not Democrats, we are not Republicans, we are Americans first, and that is the philosophy of our channel. I want you to know that you're greatly appreciated. If you want to get on our SMS alerts list, you can do so. You'll get breaking news and alerts. You'll get important information that will help you make more money, save more money, and invest money successfully. We'll notify you if we ever release any coaching programs. And if you want, you can opt out of the SMSs at any point in time that you want. To get on our SMS list, simply get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or the word time, either ignition or time, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time, and send that text message to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to our SMS alerts list going forward. Now, if you want, you can also get added to our email list. Our email list, to get added to our email list, simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. And at any point in time, you can opt out of the emails pretty much anytime you want. So no worries about that. Now, you can also follow us on Instagram. We release exclusive news and content specifically for our Instagram community. Simply follow us at ignition_time. That is our Instagram handle. So follow us on Instagram. Also, you can follow us on Twitter Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time, so make sure to follow us on Twitter. One of the things that I am personally very proud of is our community. Our community is very intelligent, it's bipartisan, it's respectful. We engage in healthy, respectful debates. So please feel free to comment below and engage in a healthy, respectful, fun debate with other members of our community. You might even make some new friends. We'll always include the link to all of our resources in the description section below. Again, you'll always find that so you can dig deeper into any of the content. Finally, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. That really, really, really helps out the YouTube algorithm, and that is your vote of confidence in us for all the effort that goes into these videos. All the effort that we put into the creation of the content, the professional video production quality, and the release of these videos in a consistent manner to give you the latest news, to give you news you can depend on. My philosophy is to share the truth with you wherever it might lead us. And also, all I ask is you please share this video with two friends, just two friends or family members. In fact, just click the share button below and share this video with two friends or family members. That would mean a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.